Hello, welcome. So today I'm going to be building the Death Star 2 MIDI scale promo from the May 4th launch at LEGO. Glad you can join me tonight, this morning, this afternoon. So I'll be live streaming this on YouTube and then loading the video up to, I'll be live streaming this on Instagram and I'll be loading the video onto YouTube later. So multitasking, we'll see how it works. So it's your pretty standard box. It's got the pop tab on the bottom. Other than that, it's got box art with the Death Star 2 from Return of the Jedi, as you can see. And it is 289 pieces. So let's go ahead and pop this open and start the build. Alright, so it's relatively smaller builds, only 4 bags in all. 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s. Hello, LEGO Masters, thanks for joining. Go ahead and start getting the pieces sorted out. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're having a nice Saturday. Artwork on the manual is pretty basic. It's that white style instructions that they've been doing a lot lately. So, beginning of the book's going to show us what bag 1 does, what bag 2 does. So we'll have this thing completed hopefully pretty soon. All right, let's go ahead and start getting her together. If you have questions, go ahead and chime in, answer them the best I can. Let me know if you're building anything out there or if you're working on anything. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, DarthBricks42, or here on YouTube as well, at DarthBricks42 as well. Like, subscribe, that way you can be notified when we go live more often. So does anybody go out there, does anybody sort their pieces beforehand, or do they just kind of go at it? I'm not really a big sorter. I'll sort pieces usually if there's multiple bag 1s and 2s, like 3 or 4 of them. Because as you know, when you get that many bags, that's like opening up half a smaller set. So it's just, it's not gonna be too much sometimes. So it looks like we're working on the base. So this will be the bottom of the Death Star. So they've got us going starting with more of an upside down style build, where it'll all kind of get merged together, which is always cool. It really shows some interesting ways to do building by starting off and then like these 2 pieces, they meet. They got smooth, so they'll just meet up. So there's no hold until you add another part to kind of stick it in place. And that looks like it's going to be the actual base itself. Like I said, I'll do it on larger builds, but on smaller ones, I just kind of get to it. But there's no wrong way to enjoy building a Lego set, to be honest. Ooh. Piece down. Got it. Have you built anything recently? Or are you working on any mocks or anything fun like that? I just did the MIDI scale Super Star Destroyer the other night on Thursday. I did that on a live stream on YouTube. If you want to check it out, you're welcome to. It's in my live archive. As another example of parts going one way then another. You start building downward and then it flips it, and then you're building upwards. So you got the studs on both sides. And I think that's great that they do a lot more builds that way, because it really helps people who, they want to build more and more of their own stuff, and it just helps them kind of, learn and understand the techniques and design. So the more sets you build, it feels like the better off you start getting at these at mocking your own stuff. All right, so top-down view. The top-down view instructions are always interesting. A couple of the hardest sets that I ever felt were a couple of the top-down builds, like the UCS Darth Maul, the UCS Yoda from back in 2001 time frame. I always felt those were hard because your top-down view and those old instruction manual types, the coloring was always kind of wonky, so it never made it very easy. Alright, so this is a double up section where they tell you to build ×2, so those are always nice because they're nice when they let you know in advance, so you can get them done easily. Alright. Have any fun plans this weekend? Everybody doing anything fun? Going anywhere? Everybody out there getting prepared for summer, getting ready to get out of school. Excited for any films coming up. I'm looking forward to the Indiana Jones movie. Hopefully it'll impress. I know they just did a big thing at the Cannons where they were previewing the movie. I'm looking forward to seeing more information come out about that. So, thanks for tuning in and checking out our build today. Seeing the start of the Death Star being constructed. We all know the original Death Star was codenamed Project Stardust. I wonder if this Death Star had a code name like that, and what it was, because I'm not aware of it. So if you know it, throw it out in the comments. DM it to me on Instagram at DarthBricks42. I'm always curious about little details and facts. Alright, so we got a 4-piece build right here. So we'll do those 4 up really fast. No better way to beat the heat and pass a little time on a Saturday afternoon and build one of your coveted Lego sets. I was one of the people that was very excited about this set when I first heard about it. Yeah, I agree. It would have been cool maybe if we would have gotten an Emperor Palpatine minifigure or something to go with it. But I mean, that's what we got for the throne room for, really. Those with that set, we got everybody. So it just makes this a nice little accent piece. It was interesting trying to see the angles on a flat 2D picture. I'm a real stickler for everything having to be straight and narrow, so having to always go back and make sure I've got everything in the right spot, centered, straight, pieces are going the right direction. Missed a piece. Miss a piece every once in a while. So going live on Instagram, that's something that's relatively new for me. I actually just did my first live Instagram live stream like Thursday evening, kind of hyping and promoting my stream on YouTube that I was doing at 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. Which if you're interested in checking that out, that'll be over at youtube.com. DarthBricks42 is my YouTube channel. You can check that out. We built the MIDI scale Superstar Destroyer. Did a comparison of the Superstar Destroyer to the UCS Superstar Destroyer at the end of the video, and pulled a few sets out throughout the video for fun. It's all in the name of having a good time and building, having fun. And everybody out there in the Lego community is very very helpful, very supportive. It's always a good feeling to be in such a welcoming fan base. Oops, that's too many. Yep, I got that one just quite in the wrong spot, but that's an easy fix, like so. Gotta have your brick separator handy at all times. Has anybody built this set? What'd you think of it if you did? Are you looking forward to trying to get one? If you don't have one already, I know they're in the aftermarket scene from eBay.com, Amazon probably has an offer of things of those nature. Oh man, they did that right. I hate it when they do that at the end, but they don't tell you at the beginning when it's always a ×2 object. So this section is a ×2. So you see we got the side of the Death Star going with all the greebling. Looking pretty good, but I always do that sometimes. Now, they did tell us ×2 at the beginning. I just wasn't paying close enough attention, so that's on me. But hey, you know what? It's really easy to build again really quick, so it's not like we're losing any time. And second time you're building it, you're actually a little faster because you're not guessing at anything, and you muscle memory the places where everything goes. So you just fly through it really fast. Did anybody watch Return of the Jedi for May 4th? Did anybody go to the theaters and check it out back on the big screen for that limited time. I tried to make it, but the evening that I was going to go, my wife ended up getting ill, so I stayed home to take care of her instead, which is way more important. But it's okay, because, you if you weren't able to catch it, you can still catch it. It's streaming on Disney Plus, so didn't really miss much. Although my friend who went with his kids, after I told him I didn't make it, he said, "Oh, so you didn't see the little post-credit scene that they added?" And I was like, no, what was it? And he said, well, at the very end, they put a text up that said, and somehow Palpatine will return. Which they didn't do, but it was just pretty funny. So he got that one over me, which was pretty classic. Pretty classic humor, by the way. That was pretty good. Because we all know, somehow, Palpatine returned. Alright, so now we're getting all caught up to where we were a moment ago. Alright, so that looks like that in the photo. Let's see, that goes there. And the other half goes directly below it. There we go. We're starting to get all the Death Star put together. If you look very carefully in there, the blue section that we put in, the blue Technic piece, that's the power reactor that they have to go in and blow up to take down the Death Star. We are almost finished with the first set of bags. There we go. Oh no. Check something really quick. Usually I like to build on a computer monitor, but these instructions did not look available for download. Yep. So I put that on upside down, so I'll just pop all these pieces off really quick and then re-put it on. So I can do this. I promise it's not my first, it's not my very first time. Even though it seems like it. But that's easy to fix because all the pieces just go right back on just as easily as they came off. Again, that's the nice thing about Lego is if you ever make a mistake, it's very easy to just backtrack really fast, look at everything that you did, and then find that error and, correct it. Go. go. So got that all fixed. So now we got the structure framing primarily done. So we'll go on to the next set of bags, which is 2 bags from Bags 2. And that will be cosmetic and the finishing touches. If you're having a good time, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button on YouTube and follow on Instagram so you can go ahead and keep up with the building adventures that we're going through. All right, so this is a times 7. I'm actually paying attention this time. So this one's a times 7, so let's go ahead and build our 7. Did anybody get this set? Were you excited to get it? Did you build it day 1? Have you built it yet? Was there anything about the set that you are enamored with, or is there anything that you don't like about it? You wish they would have done a little differently? You know, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. I appreciate people's feedback. If you're gonna take the time out to talk to me, I'm gonna take the time out to talk to you. So if you're on Instagram, go ahead and DM me with your comments or questions. Leave a comment below. And on YouTube, same thing. Leave a comment below and I will respond. Always enjoy building Lego. It's very calming, very peaceful. Alright, that's 6. There's one more. There it is. The elusive 7th. Let's see. Just got to that last 1x2 tile. There we go. We're moving on. I do enjoy the bag system so much more because it makes it so much easier to build a little and then walk away, or if you want to do a streaming build, you can, it saves you a little bit of time. For the most part, depending on what I'm doing, what I'm working on, I can usually build around 500 pieces an hour. But obviously, if I'm talking to people or external stimuli is distracting, then obviously that's going to be a much different number. But it's, it's a fun number to shoot for. Kind of helps you estimate how long you look at a set and say, okay, it'll probably take me around X amount of hours to build that set based on the piece count. Obviously, larger pieces take less time, smaller pieces, so you can kind of average it out. Sometimes you can build a lot more, sometimes you can build a lot less. So, I've been doing this for a long time, building Lego sets. I'm newer to the streaming side of things. And I figured there's no better way to kind of branch out and talk to more of the Lego community and other fans than it is to just, stream and chat. I used to do this at Phoenix Comic Con. Was invited out by the 501st, and we would bring out all the big UCS Star Wars models we could get our hands on out of our collections. We'd bring them out and put them on display, and then we'd build over the weekend. Every day we'd usually build a different model, and people would come up and they'd ask us and talk to us. So we had a really good time with that. So that was kind of my inspiration for wanting to get back into doing this with a live community. But it was back when I worked for Lego, back in the 2010s. It's Funnest job I've ever had. Love the people, love the company. I've got the superstructure center going all the way around. As you see the greebling on it, it's going to be the uncompleted side of the Death Star. As we continue to make our way around. Now we've got a 4-piece build on this one. And these are going to be the panels that are going to connect and then slope over to give it that rounded angle look. Again, I hope everybody's having a good day, and I thank you for tuning in and checking out my build, and just having fun in the conversation. What's your favorite thing about Lego, or what's your favorite theme in Lego? Personally, I'm all about Star Wars, but I do really enjoy other themes as well, not just Star Wars. I can appreciate them for what they are and what they put out. Here we go. Then we got those top panels put on, so we're starting to take shape on our Death Star 2. All right, so next step is a five stepper, so it's 5 repeats. So we just build all 5 at the same time, so we can, get her going. Which always feels odd when they're like, okay, you do X amount of these and X amount of these, but when you do the build, it's basically the same thing. All right, we're almost there. Last panels. And then we're going to do the laser, of course. Oops. Got that one backwards. It's a little fragile as you kind of push up to the piece. You kind of got to push down because the other C-clip wants to pop out, as of course as you're trying to install. So there it is. There's the greebling and the uncompleted side, and then you've got the panels that complete the rotation of the Death Star to give it that spherical look. Next thing we're going to be jumping onto is the laser beam. Frickin' laser beams. And this is interesting because they use a plant piece as the focusing part of the laser, so when they shoot the laser, it kind of combines all the beams together so it shoots out straight. It does the focusing, but it's done with a plant piece, so it's a very interesting way that they've done that. Alright, and this one will clip to one of those two, bottom one. That goes there. Where's that? Under. And you've got that nice 40th anniversary Return to the Jedi sticker or tile. It's printed on, a nice printed piece. And that's the Death Star 2. So what do you think? Anybody pick this guy up on with their purchases? Let's pull out the Super Star Destroyer to see how it looks with it. So you've got these two. These are both the two newer sets for 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Let's get that box out of the way. Oops. All thumbs. There we go. So we've got our Super Star Destroyer and our Death Star 2. So let me know, did you pick these up? Are you going to pick them up? Did you build them? Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you what else you want to see. If you want to see me build more Star Wars, or if you want me to see me build the Up House, the small haunted mansion. Got BrickHeadz. I think later on this afternoon I'm going to start I'll probably start the Endor Chase. I bought 2 of those to combine into one, so that way it has a much longer, nicer look to it. So if you're interested in that, tune in on YouTube tonight. I'll put a posting on Instagram so you'll know when. Other than that, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to build what you like. And have a great day. Thanks. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.